my brother. My brother right here. Hey, how you doing? You got some questions, bro? You know your nationality?
He say he Creole.
You Creole? Okay. You Creole. Is that a nationality or is that a language? Creole is the language. Who speaks Creole? Haitians. You see yourself on this sign over here anywhere? So the nation, the so-called Haitians speak Creole, right? So where you see yourself on that sign? Look very closely. So you see what? So the society calls you a Haitian, right? So right here on your right side is what society calls you, but on the left side is what God calls you. You know why they call you that, a Haitian? Because we lost our heritage. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 37. So this is a curse that befell the children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. On the reason why they call you Haitian. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
So astonishment means great amazement. So they look at the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, you know what I'm saying? They know that we are God's chosen people, the nation of Israel. But we don't know that. So that's why they look at us and laugh. They're like, how does such a great people fall to such a lower state? Because what do? We hate each other in the streets. We gun each other down for no apparent reason because we look at each other with hate. We have grudges. We don't know how to lift each other up. So the other nations, they gather themselves together, but we the only people that don't know how to gather together. Why? Because of that hate. So they look at us with astonishment, amazement, like, dang, boy, these people are such low people, they don't even know who they truly are. But we are here to show you the truth on who you are, to build our nations back up. So read it again.
And thou shalt become an astonishment.
So we was going to become a laughter to the other nations. Read.
A proverb.
A proverb is a wise saying, like if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book, because we don't like to read. Oh, black people like chicken and watermelon. So these are proverbs wise saying that the other nations have on us anywhere you go. Read.
And a byword.
A byword is being called out of your God-given name. Haitian, that has no meaning. But Israel, that has a great meaning. Israel means prince of power with God and man. So you're a prince, you're a God on this earth, my brother. But you have to come back and realize that you are the God on this earth. And that we supposed to be ruling this earth. That's why it's all out of whack. So he says, read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment,
read.
A proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
So we're a byword among all nations, because we've been scattered throughout the whole earth. That's why you find, us in the South Americas, Europe, Asia, London. Everywhere you go, you're gonna see our people, and we're gonna be an astonishment to the other nations, a laughter to the other nations. We're gonna have other names outside of our God-given names. So I'm gonna read one main scripture to show you, how we able to dictate who the nation of Israel today is. So verse 68. I want you to break this down and see what your understanding of it is. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Stop. So, Egypt, Exodus 22. Egypt is a synonymous word for something. Because the nation of Israel was in slavery in Egypt, right? Did they ever go back into slavery in Egypt again? Okay, so what does Egypt mean? Read that.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
So Egypt, read.
Out of the house of bondage.
So my brother, what do Egypt mean? Read it again for the brother.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
So Egypt was the land, read.
Out of the house of bondage.
So what does Egypt mean?
The house of servant.
House of bondage. House of bondage. What's another word for bondage? No. What's another word for bondage? Bondage. Slavery.
Oh, you said that.
The house, so Egypt means house of bondage or slavery. All right, you understand? So go back to Deuteronomy 28:68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So the Most High said, so the Most High gonna bring us into slavery again with ships. What nation of people did that happen to?
Africa.
Huh?
Africa.
Well, it happened to the Israelites.
That's right.
Because we can, our ancestors came over here on slave ships, as you can see on this sign. So only the so-called black African Americans came in the Hispanics came over here on slave ships. So keep reading.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
So just how Moses prophesied in the wilderness, it happened thousands of years later. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
So what we wasn't going to see no more again? Our homeland. Have we been back home to Northeast Africa? No. So we wasn't going to see our homeland again. Read.
And there you should be sold unto your enemies.
Listen to that word carefully. We were going to be sold to who?
Your enemies.
Who was we sold to? Who the Most High considers that to be to us?
City?
Read it again for the brother.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So who are we sold to?
The slave masters and stuff.
Who are the slave masters? Who was the slave masters? What the Bible said they are to us? Our enemies. So we as a nation of people, we have enemies. So you say you call yourself Haitian, but God calls you an Israelite from the tribe of Levi.
That's right.
Those are the priests. You know what I'm saying? That's a royal name. The Most High considers you a God on this earth, my brother. But we have to learn why we have fallen from that lower state. Read verse 15 in Deuteronomy 28. So you know what I'm saying, I read in verse 37 that we was gonna be a astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, right? So why is that? Verse 15. I'm gonna give you some understanding on why we don't know who we are and why we go through the things we go through. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
So future prophecy will happen in the future. I hope you're listening good, my brother. Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So hearken means to listen. Listen good, sister. Hearken means to listen. The Most High says if we don't listen unto his voice, which is this Bible, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
So if we don't listen and do all of God's commandments, not some, not one, but all of them, read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So a curse is a bad thing or evil brought upon the people. You know what I'm saying? So it says if we don't listen and observe to do all these commandments, he gonna bring curses upon us. One of the curses that we will be called out of our God-given name. Haitian, Jamaican, Puerto Rican, Cuban, instead of what God calls us. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Naphtali, Gad. Those are our God-given names. That's right. So read so we read verse 68, right? So read verse 49. Verse 49.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
So because we didn't listen to God's commandments and obey and do all of them, he said he was going to bring a nation from far. Read.
From the end of the earth.
So all the way from one side of the earth. Read.
As swift as the eagle flieth.
Whose symbol is the eagle? Whose symbol is the eagle? Yeah, I'm asking you a question. Whose symbol is the eagle? What you see on the dollar? What nation has an eagle for their sign? America. So all the European nations use that eagle as a sign. So the Most High God says he was gonna put it in their spirit to have that eagle as a sign, so you'll know who uses themselves. Read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49.
Read.
The Lord shall bring a nation.
So a nation of people, read.
Against thee from far, from the end of the earth.
So they was gonna come all the way from one side of the earth to come get us from the west coast of Africa. Read.
As swift as the eagle flyeth.
And their symbol was gonna be the eagle, because what does an eagle do? It preys on people, right? So that's what the other nations do. They prey on the children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They gun us down in the street, just like you'll see an eagle go to a mouse and capture it, right? You know what I'm saying? Read.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
And before they came and got us on those slave ships, we didn't understand their language. We were speaking another language. Read.
A nation of fierce continents.
And they was fierce. They was hard-bodied. They didn't care how they treated you. Read.
Which shall not regard the person of the old.
And they ain't show no mercy to our elderly. Read.
Nor show favor to the young.
Neither the young. So even when you look at it today, you'll see the police is gunning down our elderly people, our young people, and mid-age people. They don't care. They have no mercy towards us because they know who we are. Right. The Most High God sent them against us to do that because we broke His commandments. So He brought a fierce nation against us because we broke His commandments, and they ain't show no mercy to us. Read 64.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee.
So the Most High scattered us. Read.
Among all people.
So that's why you go into every continent, we're there, because the Most High scattered us during the transatlantic slave trade and the sub-Saharan slave trade. We went through all four corners of the earth. Read.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
Over here on the eastern hemisphere to the western hemisphere. Read.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
So when we went on those slave ships, we started serving other gods. Right. So, but you have to understand that you are an Israelite according to the Bible. Right. That is your true nationality. Not Haitian, not Jamaican. Do you understand that, my brother? So, from what we read in the book of Deuteronomy 28, some of the curses, can you relate to that? Do any other nation relate to that? So if somebody come to ask you what's your nationality, what would you say? You're an Israelite from the tribe of Levi.
That's right.
So if anybody asks you what's your nationality, I'm an Israelite. I'm a part of the 12 tribes of Israel, God's chosen people. Deuteronomy 7:6, because this is what He says about you, being an Israelite. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
This right here should lift your spirit up, your self-esteem, to make you want to be like, man, I got to do some more study. I got to do my search. Dang, why I didn't know that I've been lied to my whole entire life. And these brothers just brought some truth to me. Now I can go research and look for myself. Read.
For thou art an holy people.
So the Most High God says the children of Israel are holy people. Holy means separate. So we're separate from all other people. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God.
So we separate to the Most High. Read.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee.
He chose you, my brother. What's your name? Huh? What's that again now? Marriott. He chose you, Marriott, to be a chosen people. Read it again.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee.
He chose you, my brother. Read.
To be a special people.
Special. He chose you to be a special people. Read.
Unto Himself.
Read.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So He chose you, us, the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, to be above all people of the earth. Not equal to, not below, but above, my brother. We are the gods on this earth.
Right.
You should have joy in calling yourself an Israelite from the tribe of Levi.
That's right.
That's your true nationality. Not what society has branded you with, Haitian, Jamaican, those bywords, because those words have no meaning to the Most High God. He says you have to remember yourself in this land. So, if I asked you what's your nationality, what would you say? From what tribe? Levi.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.